Welcome back to Persona Q2. It feels so nice to hear the P3 Portal vocals in Cinematic Tale. Last time, well, you know. This time, we're going to be heading back into the theater, and when that happens, we're actually going to be in another cutscene. But it isn't voiced. Revise the contents of the movies. That's a funny way to say edit them / change their endings. Ah yes, the two student council presidents talking. So, do we ever find out who the student council president of Yasogami High is? I think, Labris is that, but that's in, a fictional version of Yasogami High, so I don't think, that counts. Well, Shinjiro, gets the Phantom Thief mentality. Yeah, we need to find our robot. Our robot is very important. Well, that's a fitting time for me to be including Futaba as the navigator more, although I do want to try out, I almost called her Lucia, Fuka. But Fuka works better as a field navigator anyway. It'll be dangerous, but you've got a lot of strong people to protect you. Yeah, I'm sure she's going to be really helpful here. And considering that this is a movie, we don't have to worry about, Hollywood hacker logic because, this movie runs on it. Yeah, I've heard that, actual hacking is nothing like how it's portrayed in movies. Certainly nothing like how it's portrayed in Sly.
I should move the right analog stick in the direction I want to unleash my hacker code.
The Sly hacking minigames are fun, though. And yeah, it's all coming full circle what I said way earlier about how Futaba can relate to Hikari a lot. Futaba's very determined to get through to Hikari the way that the Phantom Thieves got through to her, because she sees a lot of her past self in Hikari. It's kind of a nice way of paying things forward. Oh yeah, I just realized we're gonna be hearing Mitsuru use a lot of random English because that's what you use instead of French in the Japanese script. Yosuke is the kind of using random English to sound cool trope, whereas Mitsuru's the using random English to show that you're educated and sophisticated, because, I respect anybody who manages to do well at English as a second language, because English is a horrible language and people should never be forced to learn it because it sucks. Case in point, the fact that they got rid of the I before E except after C rule because it got broken so many times. Wait, does Nagi have, actual character development? Doubts? Well, I mean, let's not entertain the thought of being stuck in a small space forever with Akechi. I mean, Akechi being stuck forever with the rest of the Phantom Thieves would probably be his own personal hell. And suddenly, Do is observing. You've been learning from the Velvet attendants in jump scares, I see. Yes, I've been here the whole time. And that's all we'll get. Yosuke, as much as I like using you in this game, you are kinda over-leveled. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna swap my field navigator over to Fuka. Well, you've got two navigators with Fu names, so that's gonna get a little confusing. But now, the whole Persona 3 crew is a little ahead of the rest of us. Actually, a lot ahead of some of the rest of us. So I'm gonna mix some level 23s in with some of them because I want to try them out. I love Junpei so much. Okay, we already have one Zio user. Okay, you know what? Gonna go Mitsuru, and because he's probably not gonna get much of a chance to be used otherwise Ken. Wait, hang on. Do I have any win sub-personas? I feel like I have a shortage of those, and if that's the case, I may have to sub somebody for Yukari. I have a very mediocre Fortuna, but that's better than nothing. Yukiko take better ailment resist armor. Yeah, look at Yukiko compared to Mitsuru. Like, Mitsuru's a little bit more flimsy, but she has, like, better stats in every other area, though their learn skills are quite different. And I am biased. I am buying Junpei the best defensive armor. And now the P3 crew need accessories. And getting rid of all my generic P3 accessories so they don't take up inventory space. And now finally, let's move in. Now it feels nice to have new dungeon music again. Yeah, Futaba's gonna be geeking out a lot. That visor just reminded me though, I love the Shadow Operative's outfit with the Cyclops visor that she has. Yeah, I feel like Joker and Joe is a good variety in movies. And, you know, living with Sojiro and possibly Futaba at times probably means he has to watch a lot of sci-fi. It's still funny to me, the whole Inari thing, like, when I saw in, like, the early screenshots of this game that Futaba had Inari, like as, Yusuke's name in her contacts list, a lot of people thought that Inari was actually his codename, but no, it's just a joke nickname that only Futaba calls him. I don't know why it's meant to be insulting, because, like, Inari are, like, quite respected, Aha! Meanwhile... Oh no, I already can tell from this line. The pain, the pun pain. But yeah, like, Inari are, like, respected, like Kami in Japan, so maybe it's just a reference to Inari sushi or something? Okay, I was about to say, how do you know it's a blue-eyed girl because she's not facing the camera, but now we can see one of the blue eyes. Though if you want to get technical, it may be more teal than blue. Does teal count as blue? Weigh in the comments, please. Because I feel like that's up to interpretation. But yeah, we can zip straight to where we were last time by going through that shortcut. And now we can explore this big square room big rectangular room that used to be the... That just reminded me as well, like, as a kid, sometimes teachers referred to rectangles as, oh, that's not a door, right. That's just a tunnel. Teachers sometimes referred to rectangles as oblong? And I was always just like, I don't know, I never liked the term oblong. It always just sounded wrong to me. Oh, by the way, this is the Persona 3 battle theme. Wait and see. Mitsuru has, like, almost everything with a weakness, which is actually, pretty cool, given that she has that Queen's Pierce skill. Let's see how much damage that'll do. And I'm line guarding with Ryuji. So, I just realized, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put Wind on Junpei, and then it turns out doing that means I don't have Bless in this party, and the Sand is only weak to Bless, so yeah. New area, new enemies. I love the way that Junpei just hoists his hand above his head when he does weakness attacks. Yeah, that's good damage. Mitsuru in this game is really trying to prove that magic is actually good now. And I'm going to try and confuse the sand just so that it doesn't get in my way while I can't hit it with weaknesses. Of course, now that you're oh wait, I no longer have, Haravina, so I don't even have Lucky Punch on you. Like, I specifically brought this on, Red Rider because I wanted, yeah, let's do that, yeah. I specifically brought that because, there are enemies here that are only weak to Curse, but then it's like, actually, there are things that are only weak to Bless, so it's kind of a trade-off. Let's see, let's Medea, I guess. I'm pretty sure she just said it's execution time. Seriously, Mitsuru is so strong in this game. Like in general, if you like, but like, despite the fact I mean, probably because of the fact that they don't join late, but like, if you like, Persona 3, you will probably like Q2, because Seize is very, even including Femc, Seize is extremely strong in this game. So yeah, that's kind of part of why I wanted to actually play Q2 on the channel, because I'd also just done Reload, and I feel like Seize is kind of fresh in everyone's minds after Reload. It's kind of a nice way to celebrate Reload as well. Also, I kind of suspected that a Persona 4 remake was coming, and so we'd also have the Persona 4 party. It works on a few levels. That and I have things to talk about regarding Hikari. Okay, this thing right here. So it's kind of like an almighty Hustle Tobi, but like slightly worse. No, now that we're out of Yosuke-saurus territory, I probably can still keep multi-target nuke attacks. Who wants Bless? See, I originally put that on Yukiko for the Resist Ice, but I also like the opportunity to have access to, like, ailments, but... you know, I suppose having weaknesses is a little better. She didn't really have any weaknesses to hit there. There's not a lot that is weak to fire around here. In fact, I'm pretty sure, let me just check. Okay, the only thing weak to fire here is the Icebane balance. Which, you know, I have access to via, you know, Yukiko's standard skills anyway. These things right here. I believe these are a gimmick. So that door was previously closed and it opened. However... the door behind us closed when it was once open. There's that symbol again. So we got one of these openy-closey puzzles, I guess. There was a game I played when I was a kid called Dr. Brain. I'm pretty sure you eventually get a map marker for these, but it hasn't come up just yet. But yeah, this game called Dr. Brain IQ Adventure, it called this I think it was a toggle lock. Yeah, toggle lock puzzle. Where basically, like, you go through, you press one switch and a bunch of others nearby also change their configurations. But here it's also for doors. So every time you go through one of these doors, the other doors linked to it open, but that door closes. Yeah, so now we have a marker. Yeah, does Seize have any, like, particularly decent artists among them? Because I feel like, they'd be pretty surprised by Fox. Yeah, so there we go, now we have a security gate icon. So they say that we should make like, a marker for which doors are linked together. So I suppose they expect you to use color for that. I guess for P3, I'll make use of blue. Yeah, so see how it's showing that those doors down there are open while this one is closed? Definitely useful, although I feel like, yeah, Etrian Odyssey usually wasn't as kind about giving you, like, markers that actually work like that. And that is why I brought Moodle for this. I mean, Muro's the best I have. I would much prefer regular curse skills, but still, the Rampage Drive is only weak to, curse. It has Elect Dance, but thankfully, my Line Guarder has Electric Resistance. I guess I can still use the Link skill. Makoha, and then you're gonna go ahead and Buffalo that. Yeah, Mitsuru even sounds pretty cool. That's fine-ish. Okay, I will admit, Ken in Japanese does sound kind of funny. Though granted, he does in English at times too. Though I do like his Reload voice actress. Pretty sure it's an actress. But like, yeah, I do like Ken's VA in Reload. Or no, Tom, that is very Yu-Gi-Oh! Yep, that's not good. That is why I would much rather have regular old curse skills. As opposed to severely nerfed Mudo, especially on Junpei, whose like SP is terrible. Do we? Do we actually? You know what? I think I will do this. Well, it's actually kind of funny because at this point, like you'd kind of think that like maybe this is the first time that it's funny how I have both Headbutt and Brain Shake in the same moveset. I'll probably get rid of Headbutt later. But, like, the, P3 party is, like, canonically, this is their first time using Baton Pass, but actually it's not true. Because, now that Reload is, like, retconned everything, they have Shift now. Except, granted, though, I mean, for all we know, Reload could be a third timeline. We've got the Male Fest timeline, the Female Portable timeline, and now the Reload Male timeline. So yeah, entirely possible. In fact, most people would argue that Reload is a new timeline. In fact, I even did with my Into the Junpei verse poster. I'm actually kind of proud of that poster just because I think it's kind of funny. Also, like, originally I had Arena Ultimax, Junpei, in, like, the Miguel O'Hara spot for reasons, but then, I realized, oh, wait, it would be even funnier if for the Miguel O'Hara spot in that poster, I use Shadow Junpei from Ultimax. Because that's, like, evil Junpei. Although, like, granted, I actually feel like, okay, so hear me out. So, it might be kind of interesting if there was, like if there was, like, a quote-unquote evil Junpei universe. If it was a Junpei who instead of his relationship with Chidori leading him to, getting her out of Strega, I forgot Junpei was weak to wind. That's a problem. But, like, instead of that, if Junpei joined Strega... Oh, I got the Navigators wrong. Okay, they are in the wrong order. I can fix this, though, just by swapping their personas. I don't have to go back to the base, although I'd probably really like to go back to base now, because that thing is kind of kicking my butt right now. Because, yeah, I don't know what people think about that, but the idea of, like, Junpei joining Strega for Chidori, it kind of makes sense. And I guess that's the only way that I can see an evil Junpei AU happening. We honor Ryuji's noble sacrifice for the sake of keeping Junpei alive, which is always a worthy cause. Oh, don't let him... Oh, okay, good. I was worried for a moment. If Junpei went down anyway, that would have sucked. Okay, now you have Mudo. I often deleted that on Yukiko when I was playing Persona. It's like I see, like, there was that like tier list video that I referred to earlier about, like, Persona 4 party members. Like, it actually ranked Yukiko as the best, and it's just like, I feel like I'm like the only person who genuinely just finds Yukiko overrated as a party member in Persona 4, and I think it's because yes, she gets Mind Charge. Yes, like, I think a lot of people are kind of, distracted by the fact that she has, like, by far the best third-tier Persona skill. Like, Burning Petals is great. But it's even better if she has Mind Charge, and the problem with that is that, okay, hang on a second. Before I mark that, I am going to, check this shortcut. And then I'm going to check which that is linked to before I mark it. If I see the blue one open, I'll mark it blue. Okay, the blue one opened, so they're all linked together. Oh, that's just like a river. I thought for a second we're floating in the clouds, which we actually probably are as well. But, yeah. So, you really need, like, Mind Charge to make the best out of Yukiko in Persona 4, and, most max social link routes do not have enough time to do the 5 bike rides it takes to get her Mind Charge, at least not until really late into the game. So, I often just don't get Mind Charge on her, and without that, it's just like, I also feel like the way that I play Persona 4, I just don't really need healing a lot of the time. Okay, you are Windbane. Okay, that means another Elect Weak thing. But I have 2 Elect users, so it's probably fine. Oh, I have a bajillion Elect users. Or you could knock down my 2 frontliners, because I've gotten rid of most of my resist wind personas by now. Oh, I'm not gonna need resist wind now that I've finished the Yosuke-saurus fight. Well, at least it's gonna get hit by 2 links. Thanks to this, this AoE Bless attack. You used... Hang on. Oh, right! Windbane! Yeah, okay, that's the first time that happens, because, yeah, Magaru bad. Good to know. Yeah, you hit it with its Bane element, it does that, and gives you a whole bunch of binds. And I forgot to swap my... Okay. Well, the odds of these two both dying is quite high, right? Unless I... Is it really worth line guarding, though? Because Junpei is pretty much useless right now. Oh yeah, he is triple bound. He is complete dead weight. Because you... Oh wait, no, you don't have enough to use your Link skill, so you'll probably still get, whacked. Okay, you know what, escape route. I don't see this ending well. At least we get to see this. And considering that we're right at the exit, we may as well just leave and heal. Okay, most of that money comes from the tropical flavor. Which gives us Tropic Popcorn. That sounds kind of bad. Safety helmet, elbow pad. Oh yeah, this is probably because that in Etrian Odyssey, the 3 binds are, respectively, leg bind, arm bind, and head bind. 120 HP. That's pretty expensive for 120 HP, though. Yeah, it's more than double the price of that, and it heals less than double. Oh yeah, I accidentally switched Fuka to both. That was what did it. Okay, by swapping around some personas, like putting Hair of Inaba on Junpei so I don't have 2 wind weaknesses, I have a bigger variety of elements, so this should be better. And I'm making sure to save after getting back to base, because I haven't done that in, like, earlier parts, and it came back to bite me hard. Minasan, let's go! This time, I will go this way, so that I get another floor tile filled out. I just realized that Mitsuru doing this much damage, that's with her first level of that passive. Like, that's not even, like, and, like, when she upgrades to Empress's Pierce with her evolved persona, which does require a whole bunch, of, like, side quests, but once she does, that didn't trigger an all-out attack? Huh. But, like, once she does, again, double damage on weaknesses. Which is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, if you don't resist that, I probably should just go straight for, just straight for the thing that you don't resist, because it's not like Ken has, like, stab on, like, Psy or something. Like, you know, I was using Pokemon logic there of, like, oh, if you've got two, like, attacks of different elements and they're both neutral, you may as well use the one that's the same element as yourself, but no. Ken doesn't, like, have Psy Boost or Psy Amp right now. That's only, like, you know, useful if you've got that. Still kind of funny that I don't know why I was going with Pokemon logic there, of all things. Like, I do kind of feel like... Okay, finally we get to show this off as well. Okay, that looks fun. Oh, okay, that's a unique interaction between Futaba and Ryuji. Okay, that's great. And I just want I kind of wanted just to get that large hot dog out of my inventory. It was taking up space. I need... Oh. Oh, right. Yeah. Some of the treasure items in here are cryptocurrency. 1 gigabyte blip coin. I forgot about that. Like, this was kind of before, like, you know, Crypto Bros became, like, really, really bad. But, like, yeah, this must have been when that was becoming a thing. So it's like, I guess that parody of cryptocurrency has aged spectacularly well. But, yeah, that's hilarious. Oh, wow, that's a lot of things weak to ice. Oh, wow, that's a lot of things weak to ice. Amada Shonen. Junpei is so good. Like, I feel like Junpei treats, like, a lot of his battle lines like he's a sports announcer, which fits. That would have been fun if I had Arn, because I'm pretty sure she would have done an attack on all 3 of them. Not that it does a lot of damage. It kind of sucks that it... I'm not even sure if that does actually trigger links or not. Oh yeah, there's called home run. I'm gonna guess it... Okay, that's kind of funny. Apparently calling him Ken Nosuke is treating him like a child. Yes, I was like, Ken in story... Oh, Junpei looks so amazing in his all-out attack finisher. Ken in the story, like, dialogue is fine, but, like, Ken in his battle lines just sounds kind of screechy in Japanese. Like, again... It's not like original English Ken was that great either, but still... It is a little grating to listen to at times. It's not as bad as Japanese Teddy, but still. You know, I kind of wonder how, like, Tails from Sonic sounds in Japanese. Haven't really heard a lot of that. Like, I've heard a lot of Japanese Sonic, because Japanese Sonic is hilarious with all of his English. Also, you know, Junichi Kanemaru was great. No. Let's go thoroughly. I'm feeling cocky today. The enemy realized that we had found Crypto and is angry. Hey! That is the first time that's happened all playthrough. It really shouldn't be the first time that's happened, but for some reason it is. I guess I just, like, I don't really use Snake Glare as much as most people do. I guess that's kind of like the whole, you know, I'm gonna go for Poison this time, just for variety. It's kind of like similar to how I just, you know, with my playstyle, I just don't get as much out of, please don't kill Yukiko, because I may need her here. But, like, I don't really get as much use out of Yukiko in P4 as it's because, like, the way I play Persona 4, I don't actually need healing that much. Like, I usually end fights so quickly that healing is just not that necessary to me. So Yukiko's healing, like, a lot of the time I find that Yukiko doesn't really have a lot to do in battles. And, like, I know that if the enemy resists fire, you're meant to, like, fire break them. but it's just like, I don't know, for some reason, I just never really got a whole lot out of her in Persona 4. Meanwhile, like, a bunch of people swear by Ryuji being overpowered in Persona 5, but, like, I vastly prefer Yusuke. How fast is Ken compared to Mitsuru? I guess we're about to find out. Mitsuru's faster, okay then. Yeah, that's the thing, like Ken having the highest, like, stat total in the game is kind of funny, but it also means that, like, it doesn't mean as much as you'd think, because he has no truly excellent stats. He's not awful at anything, but he's not amazing at anything either. Alright, that was a treasure spot. We probably shouldn't push our luck. I guess that's an allegory for people who invest in cryptocurrency. Seriously, the fact that a dystopia future dungeon in Persona had, like, cryptocurrency as one of its, like, treasure items, that aged so much better than they probably ever expected it to. Yeah. Cryptocurrency, I am not a big fan. I'm really happy that NFTs died, though. Like, I was terrified when, like, Square Enix was like, oh, we're gonna invest in NFT games, and thankfully that doesn't seem to have gone anywhere because NFTs just died. You know, I'm wondering if some of those Japanese battle lines are spliced, because that Yarujaneka sounds very similar to the way he says that for other characters. So I almost wonder if, like, they just recorded that separately and they just inserted just the characters' names before it. Given the sheer number of party members, it kind of makes sense there wouldn't be that many, like, super unique interactions. They want to save that for the people who genuinely know each other. Still, I like that everybody at least acknowledges other party members in battle. It's part of why I wish this was dubbed, though, because then everyone, you know, who wasn't me and, you know, doesn't understand Japanese, could actually, you know, hear these. Because, like, Persona Q1 had some amazing battle banter between characters. Junpei is hurt. That means things are bad, and I need to heal right now, because Junpei is the most amazing of amazingness of all time. I'm not sure, like, how big of a fan I am of this song. Like, of all of the, like, party-specific battle themes, I feel like this is, it's okay, but I do like, Pull the Trigger and, Remember We Got Your Back more. I think I even like, Invitation to Freedom more. And it hula hooped itself to death. I love how Futaba's already decided that he has a nickname now. I mean, Futaba nicknames everybody, so, well, not everybody, but Futaba nicknames people quite often, so, like, I'm kind of glad they kept that, like, in the localization. And, I've also just realized I've got all this time and I haven't actually got Rakunda on any of my major personas, which I really should be getting, especially since the boss of this dungeon is, so my difficulty with Yosuke Sora stemmed more from, you know, me wanting to get the full enemy log than anything else. I probably should go back and check that the next time I'm at base, but, like, the next boss is difficult for, like, the right reasons. Okay, we've covered 50% of the floor, and we've got a cutscene here. I feel like maybe this is a good stopping point. Akihiko, you're not even in this party. You have no excuse for not being tired. And yet, there's no tired in 6 system. Like, that's the thing, I like Reload a lot, but one of my biggest complaints is, I do think the tired in 6 system was genuinely interesting, and it played a big role in the risk-reward of Tartarus exploration, and the fact that it's gone in Reload it changes things a lot. Okay, that's hilarious that Makoto's saying that right after I suggested that I call this here. I mean, all their costumes do look pretty lightweight. I don't expect them to be that, to weigh them down much. Yeah, our clothes just do that. Everybody else just fights in their... Well, actually, no. Now that reloads happen, C's fights in specialized uniforms, too. I am so glad the costumes of, that they brought back, costumes that change your appearance in Reload, and that they didn't make them DLC, because, that was one thing that kind of sucked about 5, that all the alternate costumes were DLC. Because I hope they don't do that with 4's remake, because in 4, there was a massive amount of costumes, especially in Golden, and all of them were, totally free, included with the game. Yeah, that's a joke that a lot of people make, but, it doesn't actually come up that often in the games besides, now. Oh, gag glasses. Huh, speaking of running gags that haven't actually been brought up that much. Yeah, they're code names to, make sure that, our enemies don't hunt us down IRL, because that could be bad. C's doesn't need that, because C's is, backed by a massive conglomerate that would probably cover for them. Phantom Thieves are... Oh, are we going there? Are we going there? Oh, dang. I think I remember this. I feel like one of the options for Akihiko is protein. Well, we have this for every party. It's kind of a running gag. Boxer. Yeah, again, code names that... Yeah, I knew somebody would suggest that. What about Pancakes, given Reload? It's funny, he's now the actual Pancake Boy. To me, rather than Akechi. Hey, even Akihiko dislikes the protein flanderization. I do like how, in Reload's Link episodes, they do make it more clear that it's more just nutrition in general. I like how Kotona's like, okay, yeah, you're protein. I feel like Sniper actually is good for her, although that comes from Arena Ultimax. But I like Sniper, personally. Because, that doesn't, completely, give anything away about her occupation in real life. It's more about her role in the team. I mean, her title in Ultimax is the unsightly pink sniper, so it combines, both of them. Oh, I like how Ken actually wants a code name. Oh no, don't call him Lancer, then people make jokes about him dying all the time. What, for coffee? Isn't there, a Mr. Black in Dragon Ball, though? And he looks like an unfortunate stereotype. But he's also, the main competent villain of that arc, because, his boss is an idiot who... yeah, his boss was the guy who wanted to use the Dragon Balls to wish himself taller. Yeah, again, alternate universe. You're all pretty much the same. It's just her that's different. HSID. That's not actually a bad acronym. Sounds a little bit like HFIL. Goatee geezer. Yeah, you know what? That actually works. Brood. Oh, right. I feel like this is one of those cases where I do wish there was voice acting, because I want to know what this was in Japanese. The double meaning they used. Nanny. He could be Nanny. Yeah. Please don't say horrible cook. Well, yep, she did. Like I said way earlier, Fuka's cooking issues are more grounded than the P4 girls. It is kind of sad that it's like, oh no, my cooking is bad in every universe. But it is nice to know that C's is pretty much the same in both worlds. I would say, like, she's maybe more fitting of the nickname Queen than Makoto is. Please stop giving us code names that relate to our flanderization in spin-offs. It's been a while. I have explained what flanderization is for those who don't know. It's named after Ned Flanders from The Simpsons, who, when he debuted, was some just normal, nice neighbor who just happened to be religious, but, like, eventually they made his, like, fundamentalist Christianity, like, his entire character. It basically means that, like, what was originally one small aspect of a character, usually a comical trait, I don't know what it is about, it's often a comedic trait that gets exaggerated. Like, you know, another example is, you know, Amy's whole obsessive crush on Sonic in the 2000s, that became her entire character. And, like, Akihiko's obsession with protein, which is also a comedic trait, that became his whole character in a lot of spin-offs. Yeah, it always happens with comedy traits. It's funny, but, like, yeah. It often happens in sitcoms. Like, there are some rare cases where it actually works. I'm trying to think of a time when it works. Because, like, there are some times when a character is, like, really boring and generic, and, like, giving them just a giant exaggerated quirk actually makes them interesting. You know, I want to say Hisame in the localization of Fire Emblem Fates, potentially? Because the whole thing about pickled vegetables, which was kind of a thing in Japanese, but Dazzling Demon. I mean, I like that, but I worry that it sounds almost weirdly sexualized. I guess it's because spunk means something different in the UK than it does elsewhere, but, like, I guess I could say headphones. I just don't want her to get mad, because Femc is a great character, and she's amazing. Oh, Yosuke! Don't you worry about that, Yosuke! That is gonna be us in my original file once the P3 male protagonist joins, and I had 3 people named Makoto in the party. I'll tell that story later. I kind of already told it, but yeah. I named him Makoto Yuki as well. I named them both Makoto Yuki. And it led to some very funny dialogue. Confusing. Protein! Punch that guy! Oh, wait. I love how Ken likes the idea of code names. You'll see later, there is actually a special screening involving Ken and the Phantom Thieves. Okay, so that seems like a good time to call it for now. We've made good progress in this floor. We've leveled up a little bit. We've tried out some of the Persona 3 team members. So, I'll see you all next time, as I think I'm going to keep delving into this dungeon rather than at the end of this floor, I'll go back and do special screenings. See you all then.